Hi everybody, my name is Dinogamerpey and welcome back to Mystic Destinies. Now last time we left off, I had to choose between one of the 5 males, and I did. And so now we're going on, and I said last time that I'll probably be doing 2... They're like cut off in chapters, and I might be doing 2 chapters an episode, but I don't know how long the chapters are, so depending on how long they are, depends on if I'll be doing 15 videos versus just doing 2 at a time. You know? Or doing 2 chapters at a time. And I can't math right now because it's like 9 in the morning and I just woke up. So. Anyway. Regardless. I'm still going to be doing all the videos for it. I kind of stopped doing the other one, which was Seduce Me to Automy, because first of all, it just weirded me out, and I didn't want to keep reading it. It was weird. Anyway, other than that, I hope you guys like this video. Also, sorry I didn't say this the other 2 days ago, like 2 days ago, but Merry Late Christmas. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a Christmas Eve. Now let's get back on schedule. Continue. Alright, so this is the chapter 1, yeah. I pushed myself up to stand and look at the men surrounding me. The other guys seem a little... I don't know. I'm not sure I can rely on them. My eyes settle on the blue-haired guy. Other than Professor Kazama, I think he's the most serious and reliable. See? I was choosing between those 2. I'll go with Tatsuya. Tatsuya audibly sighs. I see, I'm not sure if I'll have time to help you properly, but I guess that was the most reasonable choice you could have picked. Oh, he smiles? You might have had a good head on your shoulders. Or you might just have a good head on your shoulders. Arrogant much? Maybe I made the wrong decision. Don't be too harsh with Snowy, Tatsuya. I can't quite hear what Shinja mumbles, but I'm certain it has something to do with stick up somebody's butt. Tatsuya can be a little difficult, but he's reliable and skilled. You'll be safe with him. Difficult. I frown, feeling a twinge of regret. I know I might have sounded a little off-putting before, but it's just because I'm usually pressed for time. If you stick with me, you won't need to worry about anything, so it makes sense. I'm not entirely sure of your situation, but I'll be there to guide you the whole way. Oh, thanks. Maybe he's more sensitive than I thought. Tatsuya glances at his watch and starts striding over to the elevator. But because of this situation, I'm going to be late for work. If you want to help getting home, I hurry up and come on. I rush to catch up with him, just barely making it before the elevator closes. What is with this guy? He has more serious mood swings. The elevator slowly moves up the floors, unheeding of our uncomfortable silence. Sorry. I have more questions about why he has blue hair than this whole situation. I can barely keep up with him. I'm already tired and shaking to boot. Seriously, what an asshole. Tatsuya pushes over the door to outside. I squint at the brightness of the setting sun. He finally glances back and slows down. But when he opens his mouth again, it isn't to apologize. I'm going to tell you some important things, but I'm going to do it fast, so you better listen up. I grunt in response. But Tatsuya takes this as an opportunity to launch into a fast-paced lecture. I don't know why you seem to have no idea what's going on here, but I don't have time to ask about it right now. I'll give you a rundown of the basics. You are some kind of human with magical abilities. No shit, Sherlock. Magic can be tied by emotions for some types of powers, and yours clearly are. Professor Kazama intentionally triggered your magic before, but I'm certain he miscalculated because they were far greater than he anticipated. Tatsuya glances at me. You might even have the power to blow up the whole school, who knows, but your control is non-existent at best. You need to focus on keeping calm and keeping your emotions in check. Lucky for you, I'm an expert at this. I somehow feel even more offended at this. How dare you? I'm not the type to have a problem controlling my feelings. The man tried to attack me. Fair enough. But the fact of the matter is, you have way too much power and not enough control. For your safety and the safety of those around you, you need to keep calm and while we work on your skills. If you feel like you might still be too emotionally unstable, you can come to work with me. It's my mother's cafe, so you could just stay back in the back or something. No, I'm just exhausted, so I'll just go to sleep when I get home. I was fine all day before Professor Kazama decided to attack me. Another fair point. Alright, I'll trust that. Give me your phone though, if you would. I want to add my contact information in there so you can call me if you have any issues. Reluctantly, I pull my phone out and pass it to him. I watch as he quickly opens the contacts and puts his number and email in. He hands it back to me. I put my phone number in there, but honestly, I prefer instant messages or email. I'm pretty busy, so I don't like to chat unless it's critical. Okay. Okie dokie artichoke. We're turning onto the street leading to my apartment when I feel a wave of fatigue hit me. Whoa! My knees buckle and I nearly fall, but I manage to catch myself. I feel like I can't take another step. The world is moving in front of my eyes. I stop and grab my head, willing the earth to stay still. Up ahead, Tatsuya finally stops, turns around, then jogs back to me. You okay? Sorry, I just decided to allow the earth to move around me. Give me a second, will ya? I need to breathe. From your unemotional ass. I shake my head and stand up taller. I'm just feeling a little dizzy. Tatsuya looks around the empty street, then looks back at me. I couldn't have possibly predicted what happens next. Why? Tatsuya moves closer to me and stares into my eyes. What was it? I'm going to pick you up now. Huh? I'm late to work. I'm sorry about this, but I don't have time to argue. With that, he bends down and puts one arm behind my legs. Oh, and behind my back. He effortlessly scoops me up before I have a chance to process what's going on. What are you doing? Put me down. Nope. For that little one where he has to be there. Nope. Tatsuya starts striding before breaking up into a ridiculously fast run. Holy crap! I'm terrified more than embarrassed, so I reluctantly throw my arms around his neck. He looked like a skinny little nerd to me. I can't believe he has this kind of speed. He's clearly not human. Still, I am going to murder him when he puts me down. But Tatsuya never lets me down, only slows a little when we get to my apartment stairs. Despite my protests, he doesn't let me down until we actually are in front of my front door. He gently lets me down as if I weigh nothing. I feel so unsteady on my feet that I have to lean onto the door. I glare at him, breathing heavily. I told you to put me down, but you ever... Tatsuya utterly shocks me silent by bowing. Wow, I couldn't read that sentence. I apologize for doing that. I know it was rude to touch you without permission, but I have to help my mother now. You should get some rest. I hope you feel better. I can't even think of one word to say as Tatsuya quickly turns around and jogs down the stairs. I'm making my way to the business club fairly early. It's been 3 days since Tatsuya embarrassingly carried me home in his arms, but I haven't had any other outbursts or losses of control since. Aside from him emailing me to ask how I'm doing and trying to educate me, I haven't had any contact with Tatsuya. He did let me know that while the actual club meeting doesn't start until a particular time, it's not unusual for some of the members to come early and hang out before it starts. However, when I get into the room, I see only Tatsuya sitting there. With his eyes glued to the computer monitor, his fingers type something furiously. Guess I'll catch up on my emails then. I quietly sat on the couch and take out my laptop. After a few minutes, I glance at Tatsuya. He doesn't seem to notice anything other than whatever is on the computer screen. I look back down on my laptop. My fingers hover over the keys as I stare at the screen. The read but unreplied to emails stare back at me, all of them with his name on them. Despite not seeing me in person even once until now, he dutifully emailed me several times a day. I'm so sorry. I read back over the emails now filled with information and details about controlling my powers, and while I appreciated all of them, it has been more than a little overwhelming. I've been doing my best to try and keep up, but there's already so much I don't understand. I feel so frustrated with myself, but all I could do about it is to keep trying my best. With 10 minutes still left before the meeting starts, I figure I have just enough time to review all my emails. The sound of fingers tapping keys is the only thing that fills the room for a while. I had just about finished when Tatsuya's voice breaks the silence. "Oh, you're here, Heart." I nod. Did he not notice me come in? "You said it was fine to come a little early if I wanted to get something done before the meeting, although the way you wrote it made it sound like there's usually quite a few people here. As the president, I'm here early every day, every time, excluding me at most there are 3 other members." Huh? Are there no more people in the club? Unfortunately, no. The business club severely lacks in members, and of the 3 who do show up, only 2 of them are actual members. He sighs. Takumi just likes to hang out here, but he isn't a member. I don't even know how to reply to Tatsuya's admission. I guess I just assumed there would be more people here. Taking my momentary silence as a sign to continue, Tatsuya keeps talking. It doesn't matter. Everyone is here for their own reasons and motivations, ones that have little to do with the club, so you don't need to pretend like you're serious about it. I don't bother hiding the frown forming on my face. Why would I need to pretend? And anyway, if you don't even bother to try and make something happen, nothing will. Waiting for other people to care can take forever. You have to make them care instead. Maybe we could do something that would get people serious. Something that would make them interested. Maybe like visiting some businesses. We could study the way they work. We could even visit ones that are relevant to the other members' interests. I expected Tatsuya to scowl and retort something rude to me after my impromptu speech, but instead he just looked pensive. Well, if you feel that passionate about it, you should submit an official proposal next time. Oh, alright. I'll make sure to do that. Tatsuya checks his watch. Since it's 10 minutes past and no one's here yet, we can pretty much safely assume they're not coming. Shouldn't we wait for them? I know these guys, and besides that, it's a waste of time. They'll have to be it for today's meeting. God, I can't read sentences. Since it's just the 2 of us today, it's pointless to extend it anymore. If you come up with more solid suggestions before the next meeting, write them all in your proposal. Tatsuya begins to put his things away and I follow suit. Wasting no time, I already begin making a list of suggestions in my head. Tatsuya stands up and looks up at me. I forgot to ask you about your magical training. Alright, I'll walk you home so that I can answer any questions you have. You don't have to. We can talk about it later. No, as long as you're fine with it. This is more convenient for me. Shall we go? I nod. Tatsuya holds the classroom door open for me, and we set off through the empty halls. We walk through the campus without a word. I glance at Tatsuya walking by my side. I don't know if he's been more considerate of me this time or what, but the pace is far slower than before. He looks back at me and our eyes meet. Have you done any of the suggested exercises yet? How's your training going? It's not going anywhere. I haven't had any losses of control or even a single hint of magic. I'm starting to wonder if this whole thing is pointless. Maybe if it was just a one-time event. Tatsuya snorts. Unlikely. An outburst like that indicates clear and present powers. Magic doesn't just go away. And the fact that one of your eyes is now green proves that something is up. That is, unless that one green eye is just some old-fashioned statement on your part. Huh? What? My eye is green? A strange chill spreads through my body. What are you talking about? I have brown eyes. I stopped walking. My feet are rooted to the spot. Tatsuya stops and looks back at me with a frown. What's wrong now? With shaking hands, I reach up into my bag and pull out my compact mirror. How in the last couple of days did you not notice that your eyes have changed? Like, one's brown, one's green. You haven't looked in a mirror? I look in a mirror every single, morning to go brush my teeth, wash my hands after I use the bathroom, or just to go do my hair or something. I almost don't notice Tatsuya come closer as I open the mirror to have a look. My eyes, almost automatically I cover my mouth with my hand. How did I not notice? Even as I asked myself this, I realized that I know the answer to it already. I've been so busy, so wrapped up in the worries that I let myself miss something this big. I can't stop shaking. It's getting hard to breathe. Tatsuya stands before me with a frown on his face and speaks in a quiet, gentle voice. I apologize, I thought you knew. There's nothing to be afraid of. Remember that I'm here to help. His voice sounds oddly soothing. I look up at him, but my heart still refuses to calm down. It is a side effect. Is it a side effect of that explosion? Or maybe something that Professor did? Is there a way to fix this? Whatever this is, why don't we take a break? Immediately, Tatsuya veers off to the right towards the courtyard. I'll get you a drink to calm you down. Okay, thank you. Can I get some iced coffee, please? Iced coffee? Sure. Sit, I'll be right back. As Tatsuya strides over to the vending machine, I take a seat on one of the benches. I look down at the compact mirror in my hand. A green eye reflects back at me, and for a moment I feel like tossing the mirror away. Here. Well, that was fast. A can of iced coffee is thrust in my face, instantly dissipating all thoughts. Thank you. I think I could take... I take the can from Tatsuya, and he sits down on the bench next to me. I don't know what to say, so I open the can and take a sip. About your eyes. I look at him, quietly drinking my coffee. If it's a side effect of your magic, there's probably no way to change it. At least until you master your magic and can change it yourself. I sigh. I see, I suppose that makes sense. Have you at least been reading the materials I sent you? Yes, but it's all very confusing. There's so many terms I don't understand and so many references to things that sound like they're out of the fantasy movies. Haven't you been going over this stuff in any of your classes? Well, Professor Kazuma has mentioned some of it, but most of what he talks about isn't part of what you sent me. Then, you only have one magical class. I nod. Tatsuya looks deep in thought for a moment before glancing at me. I'll talk to someone about allowing you to sit on a practical magic class tomorrow. I'll also see about adding some more courses to your list. You need to be able to understand the basics before I can help you. A smile tugs at my lips with the confidence in his voice. He's pretty capable. If I say there's a problem, he immediately takes action to fix it. I think I made the right choice after all. With him helping me, I think I can get through this. Thanks, Yukimura. I think that'll be helpful. No longer feeling so overwhelmed, I finish my coffee and get up with Tatsuya following suit. On the rest of our walk, he talks a little bit about the basics of magical control, but his tone is a lot less abrasive than it was the first day. When we part ways at my door, I left feeling a little lighter than before. The next day, I managed to get through most of my morning rituals when I hear the familiar vibration of my phone. I finished getting dressed and checked my phone to find an email from Tatsuya. Alright. Good morning. I talked to Professor Kazama. You've been granted permission to come and sit as a beginner practical magic course while they get you officially set up. I will send you another email with the map and room info soon. I quickly scan his words. Another class with Hikaru. I can't say that I didn't expect it, although I was half hoping I would get signed up for some other class. With my other class, it's mainly just theory, but an actual magic practice with him. I distinctly remember the way he triggered my powers last time in Shudder. I stare at the phone screen, biting my lip. I can't shake the anxious feelings arising in my chest. It'll be okay, right? Despite my misgivings about Hikaru, there's a part of me that feels oddly invigorated about the prospect of another magical course. Maybe it'll be fun. It might be fascinating, actually. With these thoughts, I finally finished getting ready for the day and make my way out to the university. After all my regular classes, I walk all the way down to the basement. I'm actually kind of excited now. After talking about it with Tatsuya yesterday, it doesn't feel as scary as before. I quickly get into the elevator and get the hidden button to appear and press it a couple of times. I wonder if I'll ever get used to these things like this. But I sense someone's presence in the small space from me. I look back at the person I didn't notice before. A familiar figure is leaning against the wall of the elevator. Is it a pink-haired guy? Oh no, it's him. He's one of the guys from the business club. Takumi, I think. My heart starts to hammer away. Was he in the elevator before? Did I just not see him when I came in? He grins. Finally noticed me then. The elevator door slowly closes with a quiet ding. Yes? How did you... I'm not sure how to ask. I don't know how the appropriate protocol for asking someone if they have powers or not. Can I even ask such a thing? What if it's rude? You're wondering how you didn't notice me. Or maybe how I got in here at all. Well, yes. Something about him turns almost devilish at that moment. I followed you, of course. What? Takumi laughs. I'm super good at being sneaky, so there's no need to freak. That's why you didn't notice me before. I just have a good idea of where you're going, and it's somewhere Tatsu never lets me go. I frown, unsure of how to reply. I choose to remain quiet at the rundown. Not much I can do to stop him now anyway. I wait for the doors to open, but my eyes drift towards Takumi again. For some reason, the strange color of his eyes feels strangely familiar. I can't shake the feeling of deja vu. Could it be that I know him from somewhere? Before I can look away again, he catches me looking at him. His lips twitch into a grin as he leans in closer. You've been staring so hard at me. Interested? No. Or maybe you got some other reason. Tell him to back off. And what if I was interested? You're the one standing so close. Maybe you're the one who's interested, seeing as you're standing so close to me. I stare blankly back at him. Takumi doesn't move or speak. His amethyst eyes search my face for something. The elevator doors open with a ding, and only then do I realize that it already stopped. Takumi backs up and grins. You're as clever as ever. Wait, what? I step quickly out of the elevator without looking back at Takumi. When I get off, I almost run into someone. I stop in my tracks, seeing Tatsuya, of all people, waiting just outside the doors. He looks rather fidgety and annoyed for some reason, and his clothes look a little more relaxed than usual. He looks different, but I think it suits him. Yukimura, what are you doing here? I wasn't expecting to see him here at all. Tatsuya frowns at my question and looks away. Yukimura? Come on. Before you can even move, Takumi pops up from somewhere behind me with a grin. My heart jumps at the sudden appearance. Does he always just randomly appear? Tatsu was supposed to be helping his grandfather today, but his mom made him call it off when she heard about you. Tatsuya clicks his tongue. Takumi, how the hell do you even get down here? I followed Snowy, of course. Oddly enough, Tatsuya suddenly looks a little red in the face. And be quiet, don't talk about my personal business. I watch the exchange between the two friends, feeling more than a little confused. Just what is going on exactly? Tatsuya looks at me and starts to clear his throat. My mom wondered who I was texting so much all of a sudden, so I had to explain the situation to her. I apologize for having to tell her about your issues. I'll be sitting in on your class today, so that I can see what's covered. That way I can help you out more from here on out. And you, gives Takumi a very stern look, you need to go back upstairs. No way, I finally managed to get here. I'm going to check it out. You're going to Professor K's class. You and him are cool, right? So he probably won't care if I sit in. That's ridiculous. It isn't going to work. You'll just get us all in trouble. It's fine. Now come on. Tatsuya just sighs and starts walking off towards the classroom with Takumi practically skipping after him. I follow after them, my eyes never straying from Tatsuya's back. I find myself smiling a little. I don't know why he's so embarrassed, but it's very considerate of him to be so worried about having to tell anyone about me. It's not that big of a deal, but he can really be sweet. Even more so, I feel thankful for him for coming to sit with me in the class, even if it wasn't his idea. I've been nervous about seeing Hikaru after the terrifying incident, but having Tatsuya here with me makes me feel much more secure. I glance at Takuma, who suddenly seems so innocent. Plus, being alone with Takumi was making me a little nervous, so I'm relieved about that too. The three of us soon enter Professor Kazuma's classroom. Oh, we're already at chapter 2. Below 0. I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope you all enjoyed it. If not, I'm sorry. But I really hope you guys do enjoy the series. I'm so far really enjoying it, and I actually like how it's written, even though I fuck it up a lot. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. If you have a comment for me, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll see you all.